Hello everybody, today we're doing a video for GTA car kits in the 2008 Toyota Highlander, and today we're going to be installing our pure Bluetooth car kit. So we're going to start with what tools you'll need. You'll need a 10mm socket with an extension. You're going to need some sort of panel removal tool. This is also part of a panel removal tool, so it's a sharp pick. And also for one step you're going to need a flathead screwdriver. So we're going to start with that step, and that would be to remove this little cover here, just like that. And we're going to put the car into neutral, so you got to make sure that the foot brake is on so you don't roll anywhere. And I'm going to press it down just like that. So we did this because we're going to take this panel out, and in order to disconnect it we need some space. So as soon as we do that, we're gonna put it back to park. So we're gonna start with our panel removal tool, and we're gonna start with this corner here. Just kind of get underneath and then work your way around. So just held on clips. As you can see, the pink ones right here, so don't be scared to break anything. Shouldn't break, just come out. So we're gonna disconnect these three connections here, and we're gonna move this to the side. And at this point we can put it back to park. And this panel, you can leave it connected and just move it to the side. So on this step, as you can see, we got to our first two bolts. So there's 4 bolts holding the radio, 2 at the bottom and 2 on top. So now we're gonna get to the top ones, and we're gonna use this sharp tool that I showed you earlier, and we're gonna carefully get between the panels here, not to scratch anything. Just like that. And now we're gonna put this to the side. It's also just held on clips, as you can see here. There's 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. And now at this point, as you can see, there's 1 bolt here and 1 here, so in total there's 4. And now we're gonna go ahead and remove them with our 10mm socket with an extension. So we removed the 4 bolts, and now the radio can come out. But before we do that, I'm going to show you what comes in the box with our kit. So you're going to get the module, and then there's a harness cable which we're going to plug into the back of the radio right now. That's why we're taking out the radio. There's also a microphone which plugs into the module, and we're going to wire it to be right here in the A pillar. We're going to show you that also. And our kit also comes with a optional USB charging port, so while you're doing installation you can wire your charging cable if you want to. And also there's an auxiliary input here, but this car has auxiliary in this panel that we removed, so we're not going to be wiring it. So now we're gonna go ahead and remove the radio and plug in our harness. So you simply grab it, carefully remove it. It's hard to see, but our connection is right here, so just gonna take it and just plug it in. So it's pretty simple. And for now we're gonna put the radio back, and now we're gonna show you from this side and how we're gonna wire the microphone. So on this side we're gonna move this compartment down, and then we have to grab it right here and kind of pull it down. That's in order to feed the wire to the back of the radio, or microphone wire. Then we're gonna remove this weather stripping, just like that. And we're gonna start with our microphone from the top. Kind of tuck it in here. And then we're gonna drop it, the wire here. And now at this point you can, so we're gonna tuck in the wire in between these panels, and we're gonna put the weather stripping back so it completely hides the wire. So we're gonna hide the wire behind this panel also, so as you can see, so here you gotta be careful not to jam the wire with the panel when you put it back, just like that. And we're gonna make sure that the weather stripping is good. And now we're gonna continue on the inside. So at this point, once the wire is below this chain wheel, you get to this part, and we're gonna feed the wire behind this part in order to hide the wire, and then all the panels go back in place where they're supposed to. So we didn't mention earlier, but now we're gonna use a coat hanger with some electrical tape in order to make our life easier while fishing the wire. So I'm gonna start from the inside and kind of coat hanger here. So we're gonna grab our wire, microphone wire. I'm gonna bring it on the inside, just like that. And now we're gonna use our electrical tape. So once you attach the wire to your coat hanger, we're slowly gonna bring the wire back, just like that. So now we have the wire on the inside. As you can see, it's completely hidden over here. That's our main goal. So as you can see now, you just see the microphone and everything else is behind the panels. So once you have the wire on the inside, we're gonna connect it, and we're gonna make sure we connect it to the right slot, as there's a few. So there's the microphone slot. Just gonna plug it in here, just like that. And now we're gonna put the module behind the radio. So we're gonna drop the module behind this plastic piece. Reattach the microphone wire, and we're gonna rest it somewhere here. So we're gonna probably use some electrical tape in order to attach it to these wires here, so it doesn't move around like this. And as you can see, now we can put all the panels back, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attach the module, put everything back, and we're gonna show you how everything works. So now that we assembled everything, we're gonna show how everything works. So we're gonna turn the car on to the accessory position. So right here it's playing AM. So to get to our kids mode, you gotta press the disc button. So it doesn't have a CD right now, but if this car would have a CD inside right now, it would first go to the CD, and you would press this button again, and it would go to this CD1 mode, which you didn't have before. So you have about 1 minute to pair to the kit. So we're gonna go, and we see it here in the Bluetooth settings. So you're only gonna have to pair to it once, and then it's gonna pair to it automatically every time you get inside your car. And so it's been paired. So we're gonna go to our music, press play, and in order to match the car's volume, you're gonna have to turn the volume up on your phone. And then you can turn it up on the radio. So as you can hear, it's playing, and you're able to switch the music through the radio controls and also through the steering wheel controls. And if you're doing a phone call, you have to be in the CD1 mode, and anything that you want to do, basically you have to be in our kids mode, so it's not going to override the FM. So we're going to demonstrate how phone calls work. So if you're listening to your music and the phone call comes in, it's going to stop the music and you're going to hear the ring. So we're going to show you right now. as you see here, the phone call is coming through and you can hear the ring. So you can answer through the phone or through the radio or your steering wheel controls by pressing next track. So we're gonna press next track. So it answers the phone call, and then to hang up you can do the same thing by pressing next track. Hangs up and goes back to the music you're playing. So it's pretty simple to use. If you did wire the auxiliary, like we mentioned before, our kit has an auxiliary option. You would go by disc up and down here, and you would go to disc 2. So this would be your auxiliary mode. And if you want to go back to Bluetooth, you either use 3 or 4 and go back to disc 1, and that's your Bluetooth playing. And most of the apps you can control through the radio in terms of next track, and that includes iOS and Android devices. So again, this was a video in Toyota Highlander, and I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time.